Hi, I'm Bev. Today I'm going to show you how to activate and become aware of your TVA, which is your transverse abdominis. I had a great question come to me at one of the fitness conventions I taught an anatomy workshop at this year, and the participant asked me about C-sections, which is when women have their stomach cut open to get the baby out of their body, and this can cause quite a bit of damage to the abdominal muscles. And I've talked to a lot of different doctors about this. Some say that the muscles repair themselves and restore normal function, and others say that it causes quite a bit of damage to those muscles, and so that trauma can leave lasting effects. Working with the transverse abdominis, as this participant pointed out, could be a really beneficial way to work with this problem right after the surgery. So to really just get right back into doing abdominal exercises and getting the transverse abdominis strong after the surgery, and after having the stomach stretched out for such a long period of time, getting back to getting those muscles active again can be very important. I have a few great tips and tricks as to how to activate the TVA or how to strengthen it, and I'm going to show those to you now. But of course, first I want to show you the exact attachments and the anatomy, because before you can have awareness or even strengthen a muscle, you have to know where the muscle is so that you can connect with it. So the transverse abdominis is commonly thought of as a corset, or it's basically like a muscle that goes all the way around your stomach. It doesn't exactly go like this, but the band here can help you understand that this muscle runs around your body. You do have one on the right side and the left side. They're separate, and they actually stop right where your six-pack muscle, your rectus abdominis, is. So the transverse abdominis attaches into the vertebrae of the spine, and it comes around on each side, and then it just attaches right into the fascia of the rectus abdominis. So each side is like two hands hugging the side of the waist. And then the transverse abdominis also attaches to your hip bone, and it continues down on each side in a horizontal pattern, which is what makes it a muscle that can really compress your spine and help lengthen it out. I've read some articles that say when you contract your transverse abdominis, it takes almost 40% of the pressure out of your spine, which seems like it could be true. So in order to activate your transverse abdominis or connect with it, the easiest thing you can do is to take a deep breath out. So take a deep breath in, and then as you exhale, feel how your ribs compress and everything gets tighter around there. Now this is a great place to start, but I also want to show you a few of my favorite exercises that I use to help people become more aware of this muscle on the right side and the left side, because it is two different muscles, and sometimes people are stronger on one side than the other, and I'm going to show you how you can figure out which one is stronger on you. One of my favorite ways to help people build awareness around their TVA after I've taught them to take deep breaths in and out to feel it is to have them lie down on their back on a mat. And you can always start with some pelvic tilts, just arching the back, pressing it back and forth, again to build awareness in the abdominal area. But then another thing you can do, making sure their shoulders are flat, their neck is neutral, is you can have them just gently roll the knees right and left slightly to just get awareness in the rib area and in the belly button area. And then if you have them put one leg down and keep one leg up right next to the knee, point out their ASIS to them, their anterior superior iliac spine, which is that big chunk of bone on the hip, and have them roll that slowly over towards the other hip, just very small. And tell them to ignore their leg, so just pretend your leg is not there, and all you're doing is just rolling over slightly, and what you should feel is a little bit of a contraction going in that horizontal direction right around by your belly button, and that is your TVA. A lot of people will say that they feel their leg working, or they'll feel different symptoms maybe in their back, so you'll have to play with this a little bit on yourself, and then you could try it with someone else. But the big thing is to do both sides, so do the other side, make sure you set them up the same way, and then slowly rolling on the other side. And most people will report some sort of difference, whether one side feels heavier than the other or one side feels easier, and that'll cue you into maybe if the left side, say, is harder to do but doesn't have any pain or symptoms, you might need to work on strengthening that side. So you could put your hand on the inside of their knee and give them some resistance to press into, as long as they're okay with you touching them. Or you could tie a band to their knee and pull from the side. There's some different ways that you can work on strengthening this muscle in this position. Once people have a good idea of where their TBA is and how to feel it, the next thing I like to do is to get them up into a 90-90 hip position. And I only do that if I know that they can feel their TBA on both sides and that it seems like it's strong. Because otherwise, if they bring their feet up like this and one side is stronger, it's going to do all the work and compensate. So bringing the feet up halfway, and then I just like to have people take their feet out and in, keeping their knees about a fist apart, and just slowly rotating the hips, because what this does is it moves the hip bones a little bit closer together, which is going to activate some of those lowest fibers of the TBA, or bring awareness into them. And of course, if you want to make this more challenging, you can put a band around the ankles or put weights on the ankles, but generally it's good to start just nice and easy with people, because a lot of times we get into these positions and we don't know what we're supposed to be feeling or what we're supposed to be doing, and then you'll end up compensating and using the muscles that are already strong instead of strengthening the muscles that are weak. So make sure you know exactly where that TBA attaches in your own body and that you can connect with it, and then gradually progress yourself or your clients into some of these positions, and just be very communicative, ask questions, get feedback, and you'll be able to find some of your own tricks for getting the TBA active and making sure that people know where it is. If you have any more questions about this topic, please leave it in the comments below. And if you like this video, go ahead and like it, and please share it with some friends and clients, because everybody can benefit from some education about their body and help them build their awareness around anatomy. Thanks for joining me today. Hey there, you've been asking, so we created an online anatomy program just for you. Visit the web link below, go enter your email on our website, and you'll get some free training videos as well as an offer to get a special discount. We'll see you over there.